Hello, YouTube. Perhaps among the ancient inhabitants of the earth, there were beings capable of performing complex surgical operations. Or we had visitors from other worlds who practiced surgery on earthlings 40,000 years ago. Recent research by Japanese paleontologists conducted on the remains of a mammoth found in Yakutia has led to an amazing discovery: traces of a high-tech scalpel. Not long ago, Russian archaeologists discovered the body of a 3-meter mammoth near the Yakut village of Yuka. Calling him Yuka, they assumed that the body died at the age of 10 from an attack by predators. However, the most amazing thing was that Yuka's body was preserved in exceptionally good condition, having lain in permafrost for 39,000 years. And recently, thanks to the International Scientific Exchange Program, the fossils were brought to Japan for further research. So it was during these studies that Japanese scientists discovered something amazing. Among the numerous wounds left by the claws of predators, they found 3 strange incisions made immediately after Yuka's death. These incisions were so precise and accurate that they resembled the work of an experienced surgeon. They were found on the mammoth's skull, in the abdominal area, and on the left front leg. The thinnest scars from professional medical experiments made tens of thousands of years ago. Scientists conducted a detailed study of these incisions and came to exciting conclusions. It turned out that the smallest pieces of muscle tissue were extracted from them. It was as if someone was conducting complex medical experiments on the body of that mammoth. This discovery caused a storm of interest in the scientific community and raised a number of questions. Who could have performed such complex surgical operations on Earth 40,000 years ago? How were these incisions made with such precision and accuracy? And most importantly, for what purpose were these medical experiments carried out on a mammoth? In search of answers to these questions, scientists turn to various sources of information. One of them is ancient texts and legends of different cultures that mention creatures with a high level of technological development and knowledge in the field of medicine. Some of these beings were described as deities, doctors, or healers who could perform complex surgeries and treatments. One of these legends talks about ancient doctors, magicians who possessed incredible abilities and knowledge in the field of medicine. They could perform complex operations using tools made of stone and bone. These magic doctors were known for their amazing skills and abilities that allowed them to treat various diseases and injuries. There are also scientific hypotheses that explain the possibility of surgical operations in ancient times. One of them suggests that some ancient civilizations may have had a high level of technological development that allowed them to carry out complex medical procedures. For example, the use of stone or metal tools, as well as knowledge of the anatomy and physiology of living organisms. Look at some of my videos. Look at the one I made about a discovery in Eastern Europe. It was a discovery in a grave, and strange, very up-to-date, I should say, surgical instruments discovered in it. It was some very unusual being who was treated with much respect. You can see my videos about the subject and others. However, despite all these hypotheses and legends, the exact explanation of the origin of these surgical incisions on the mammoth's body remains a mystery. Scientists continue their research and hope to find new evidence that will help solve this mystery. Well, you know about Yakutia, you can see my playlist about this very strange, very beautiful, very harsh territory of the Russian Federation. Well-preserved remains of ancient animals are relatively often found in Yakutia. In 2015, the body of a baby cave lion was found on the banks of the Yundina River. In 2017, on the bank of the Tirekhtyak River, in the same area where the wolf's head, which I'll talk about later, was found, the remains of another cave lion cub were found, whose age was estimated at 50,000 years. It's like somebody was laying corpses, bodies of animals that died in very, very precise location in Yakutia. An international team of scientists investigated, by the way, crustaceans found in the skull of the Siberian mammoth Yuka, the one that I talked about recently. Analysis of their species composition showed that the last refuge of the ancient animal, the reservoir in which its body lay before freezing into the permafrost ice, was inhabited by taxons that were not characteristic of the region. In biology, a taxon, a Beck formation from taxonomy, plural is actually taxa, is a group of one or more populations of an organism or organisms seen by taxonomists to form a unit. The discovery raised questions and hypotheses about the nature of North Siberia during the Pleistocene. Nothing is definite about the mummy of that young mammoth found in Yakutia. I'm sure we'll have more discoveries, more international cooperation on the research of such animals. But something else. Remember 40,000 years ago? Well, let's just say still snarling after 40,000 years, a giant Pleistocene wolf was discovered in Yakutia. The severed head of the world's first full-size Pleistocene wolf was unearthed in the Abysky district in the north of Yakutia. A local inhabitant found it in the summer of 2018 on the shore of the Tirekhtyak River. It's a tributary of Indigirka, and I often mention it in my videos, that territory too. The wolf, whose rich mammoth-like fur and impressive fangs are still intact, was fully grown and aged from 2 to 4 years old when it died. The head was dated older than 40,000 years by Japanese scientists. And scientists at the Swedish Museum of Natural History want to examine the Pleistocene predator's DNA. How interesting. This is a unique discovery of the first ever remains of a fully grown Pleistocene wolf with its tissue preserved. We will be comparing it to modern-day wolves to understand how the species has evolved and reconstruct its appearance, said an excited Russian scientist from the Republic of Sakha Academy of Sciences. I wonder what else they'll try to do with the DNA. Maybe there will be news about efforts to resuscitate ancient animals, bring them back to life. The Pleistocene wolf's head is 40 centimeters long, so half of the whole body length of a modern wolf, which varies from 66 to 86 centimeters. Alongside the wolf, the scientists in Tokyo, Japan, presented an immaculately well-preserved cave lion cub. It was presented during the opening of the tremendous woolly mammoth exhibition organized by Yakutian and Japanese scientists. Their muscles, organs, and brains are in good condition, said Naoki Suzuki, professor of paleontology and medicine with the GKE University School of Medicine in Tokyo, who studied the remains with a CT scanner. We want to assess their physical capabilities and ecology by comparing them with the lions and the wolves of today. The cave lion cub named Spartacus, previously announced, is about 40 centimeters long and weighed about 800 grams. Some scientists believe the cub died after the birth. The recent discovery, again, follows that of remains of 3 cave lions in 2015, in 2017 by the same team. Again, I want you to think, because of the permafrost, animals are being found in Yakutia, but it seems like It's a field of preservation of ancient animals, left behind by who knows who, an ancient developed civilization, visitors from other worlds or planets. And look at the research I have done of Yakutia's folklore and the talk about ancient iron fish, description of submarine-like objects that goes back millennia. This is what I wanted to tell you today. If you like my research, please look at the links in the description to this video to help me with such research. Please subscribe to my channel. Please tell others about my videos. Please like my videos. Thank you.